All right, so we put this on about 6 hours ago, roughly 6-7 hours ago. So we're gonna mop it now. It's been sitting on top of a water bath for this time, and I didn't want to add too much liquid at first. We had a little bit of a challenge dialing in the temperature at first with the new gear and the new setup, but I think I've got it working now pretty good. We've got the Ultra Q sitting at about 170 degrees. The reason why I brought it down to 170 is that we spiked up to 200 for a little while we were figuring out how to dial in the temperature on the new Pit Viper. Also, it's the first time using the Ultra Q, so there's a learning curve for all of these devices to learn how your grill works. The more you use it, the more it learns, the more the intelligence understands how your grill functions. So you're always going to have a spotty temperature control for the first couple of times, but we're doing great. It's looking fantastic. So I'm gonna pop the lid. Now this is a mop sauce made by my amazing and lovely wife Lisa for us today. I will give you the full ingredients list. I don't have them in front of me right now. I should grab them, but that's okay. We're gonna mop. Lisa's being a dear heart. She's gonna go grab them for me.
Remember, part of the problem is during COVID in Canada, our charcoal selection is horrible.
So the other issue that we're having with the temperature control is I'm using a great day-to-day charcoal, which is the Basque maple charcoal. It's a fantastic everyday grilling charcoal. It's not really designed for the low and slow. You want like a Big Block or some Wicked Good or something like that, which are fantastic charcoals. My buddy Big D, Helmut, Derek could rabble off 10 other charcoals that are fantastic for a low and slow. My two favorites are the Big Block and the Wicked Good. There's a couple of others that I've used that are also really, really good. But they're hard to get a hold of, especially in Ottawa. Ottawa's got a terrible charcoal availability. There's really only a couple of stores that sell it, and now that Barbecue World is closed, there's one less. So it's difficult to get variety up here. So real quick for the mop sauce, it's 350 milliliters of beer, because beer. We have a half a cup of cider vinegar. We have a third of a cup of water. We have a third of a cup of oil. Canola oil is what they recommend. 1 small diced onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne. Knowing my wife, there's more than 1 teaspoon of cayenne in there.
Yes.
So we're gonna mop the brisket, and we're gonna take a look at it, see how it's doing. We're gonna try not to keep the lid open for too long. You can see I've added the cook temperatures. They should be showing up in the, they're supposed to be showing up. They're not showing up. What is going on? There we go. My apologies. I went off the page. So it turns out if you switch your tabs in Chrome, you're going to lose that. So you can see the temperatures right now. So that's the Ultra Q automatically sends that to a website called Stream My Cook. So I'm just using OBS to capture that portion of Chrome. So you can see the internal temperature of the grill is 168 degrees. We've got probes ranging from 143 on the fat side to 150 on the flat. So that's doing really well. So we're not even close to hitting the stall yet. I figure we'll hit the stall around 160, 162, and this is, knowing this brisket that's in here, that's going to be like a 12 to 14 hour stall on a good low and slow. So I'm hoping to hit the stall around bedtime and then just let this thing go all night. Slowly melting all of the fats and the connective tissues and just making this really, really tender and juicy. So we're gonna put a little bit of our mop sauce on here. Without further ado, there she is. I don't know if she's in frame, but I think she is.
Yep, you can see it.
Fantastic. So that is already looking quite nice. So we're just gonna apply this liberally. check our water level in our bath. So one of the secrets to doing a good brisket is adding a water bath underneath. The steam helps to keep it moist over a long, low, and slow, because otherwise you're going to dry it out. This was actually a trick given to me by our good friends at Schwartz in Montreal, who make the best smoked meat on the planet, and I'll have words with anybody who says otherwise, including my sister. So there we go. She's mopped. She's ready to go. We want to close that up as quickly as possible. So yeah, they do a combination of smoking and steaming to get the most tender smoked meat, which is brisket, that you'll ever have. So now we're gonna set a timer, let's say for about, give it a good 2 hours, and we'll see how the temperatures are doing. See, we're gonna try and mop it about every 2 to 3 hours, and then we'll give it a really good mopping just before bed. I'll probably set an alarm and get up in the middle of the night and mop it anyway. It's important to make sure that you keep enough liquid in there so you don't dry it out. I've set the cook point for the probes to 203 degrees. We'll discuss that a little bit more tomorrow as to why 203. But I'm not going to use the ramp feature. Not yet anyway. I might turn that on tomorrow. We'll see. But right now we're just going to do a manual control. We're going to let it sit around 170 degrees for, I don't know, another 5 hours, and then we'll reevaluate, maybe bump it up to 180, 190, depending on how the internal temperature is going. But she's already smelling amazing. I cannot wait to see the finished product, but we have a long way to go. Talk to you guys soon.